My dear, they spoke your name like a wound they still press to see if it bleeds. They whispered your name like a prayer they stopped believing in. Their voice cracked when they said your name, like it still hurts to remember you. They asked if you still smile the same. That question broke the silence in them. They said, I ruined the only person who ever understood me. They talk about you like you're both the blessing and the curse. No one compares to them, they said, then bit their lip like it was a confession. They mentioned your laugh and forgot how to finish the sentence. Their eyes changed when they said your name, like it wasn't safe to feel again. They still check if you're okay, quietly, anonymously, religiously. They said, I hope they're loved better than I ever did. You were the story they whispered into the void, hoping it echoes back. They remember how you left, but they ache more for how they stayed silent. They laughed while talking about you until the silence swallowed it whole. They deserved more, they said, choking on the truth. They still call you home, but say it like an address that no longer exists. They told someone they were too good for me, and I proved it. I still dream of them, they muttered like a sin. They talk about your eyes like they still live in them. They said you made them feel human, then left them feeling hollow. I wish I answered that last message, they finally admitted. They described your silence like it still haunts their bones. They said you were the only person who truly saw them. Your name made them pause, like it carried too much gravity. I thought they'd always wait, they whispered. I was wrong. They smiled when they said your name, but it never reached their eyes. They taught me love, they said, and then they taught me loss. They asked if you still believe in forever. They talk about you like they still owe you every apology. I still love them, they confessed, like a secret buried too long. They mention your name like a ghost that never left. They said you were their turning point, then turned the wrong way. They call you their biggest what if. They were magic, they whispered, and I doubted it. They described your hands like warmth they can't recreate. They talk like they're still writing letters you'll never read. They said losing you taught them how to beg the universe for mercy. Your name still tastes like regret on their tongue. They laughed mid-story, then went silent, because you were the punchline. They deserved someone who didn't break promises, they sighed. They said you're the only goodbye they didn't survive. They whisper your name at 2 a.m. like a broken lullaby. I miss how they used to look at me, they confessed. They said, I thought pain came after they left. I was wrong. They speak like your memory is a religion they secretly worship. They talk about your love like it was the last real thing they felt. They ruined me in the most beautiful way. They smiled, then cried. They described your touch like something holy. They still blame themselves every day in different ways. They said your name like it held their breath hostage. They said, I hope they healed from me. They talk about your love like it was lightning, brief, bright, unforgettable. They asked if you smile the same without them. They whispered, I never meant to let go. They hold your name like a wound they won't let close. They said, if they knew how often I think of them, they'd never believe it. They remember your scent like a ghost in their room. I should have stayed, they whispered to no one. They call you my lesson, but still ache like you're the love. They said your absence taught them how empty noise can be. They still search the crowd for your face. I hope they forgave me, they said, not believing it themselves. They keep your photos hidden, yet never stop looking. They said your voice still echoes in their regrets. They cry in songs that remind them of you. They said they deserved to be loved out loud. They call you a masterpiece they mishandled. They write poems about you and sign them with silence. They still flinch when someone says your name. They remember your tears more vividly than your smile. They said your silence speaks louder than their apologies. They broke themselves trying to forget someone unforgettable. They still replay your goodbye like it's the final chapter. They gave me everything, they said. I gave them reasons to leave. They remember how you held them before the world broke between you. They said, I didn't know love until I lost them. They whisper your name to the stars and hope it finds you. They admitted I was the villain in their story. They talk about you like you're still their secret favorite pain. If this touched your soul, don't scroll, like, comment your favorite quote, and subscribe for more.